Take a ride on Tony the Pony. Take a ride on Tony the Pony. Let's take a ride on Tony the Pony with Mr. Pineapple. Oh yeah, it's Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour.
Hello and welcome to Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour, the show where we talk big pineapples, small pineapples, hairy pineapples, and everything in between. That in between being the infected pineapple. I'm your host, Tony the Pony, and with me, as always, is the one and only, the incredible Mr. Pineapple. How are you, Mr. Pineapple?
I am well, thank you very much.
You're
Other
doing
than
good?
the vomiting.
Ah, well, everyone's got to vomit now and again, haven't
But I am drinking currently
they? Oh, so am
because
I.
we're doing it later than usual, and
Yes.
I had planned on getting wrecked this evening.
It's
So I'm gonna
currently
get
5:45 on a Sunday evening.
I'm gonna get very drunk throughout this recording.
It's going to be an interesting one. I've got my Polish vodka and apple juice, and you've
I'm on the ciders, yes, the ciders which aren't on deal anymore because of coronavirus.
they got raising prices for the alcoholics, haven't they?
They've taken the 2 for £5 deal off, and they're £3.9p each now. Travesty.
Bastards. Well, shall we get on to it?
Well, I'd just like to first start off with, it's my boy Jet Li's birthday today.
Oh, yeah.
He's 57. So throughout the week, if anyone's looking for a film to watch, or they're stuck for something to watch, may I just recommend watching Once Upon a Time in China 2. Perfect film. It's a great film. Celebrate Jet Li's birthday.
We didn't do a whole episode on it because he's not Jackie Chan.
No, he's not. But yeah, Once Upon a Time in China 2 from 1992. You won't be disappointed.
Sounds like a beautiful film from a beautiful man. Well, let's get straight into it. Hairy Pineapple, sir, what have you got for us this episode?
Well, I thought we'd do something fun
Oh.
for this one, and it's Hitler, bad boy, or just misunderstood.
Wow, that's a debate.
I of course jest. I took one for the team and I watched the Big Show,
Oh boy.
which we the trailer a couple of weeks back we discussed.
Yes, we did.
I didn't plan on watching all 8 episodes in one go, but that ended up happening. Up to like 3:30 in the morning, just watching this family sitcom. He's really funny, man. He's got good comic timing.
Has he though?
He does.
Or you're laughing at him because it's a big show and he's in the show
I was laughing with
the jokes that he was making.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just fun family shenanigans, Essentially, it's a Big Show lives in Florida with his wife and his 2 young daughters, and his eldest daughter has to move in with him because her mum has got a job in like Prague or some shit.
Right.
And she can't go with her for some reason. So it's about trying to sort of gel into being there for like more than a couple of weeks or what have you. And all the while Big Show's retired.
Oh, I see.
So he's not a wrestler at this point.
Is this his announcement that he's actually retired?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
That'd be
He's
interesting.
not done much in a while, has he, other than coming back after WrestleMania to get Drew Galloway. But, it ticks all the cliched boxes, obviously. It's got the precocious kids that are, way too old for their age and pulling off, schemes and stuff. There's
Flicking the Big Show and running away and tying his shoes together.
There's middle child syndrome who's annoyed that the big sister's come because she'll get less attention and stuff. Classic sitcom stuff, really. But it was quite endearing and sweet.
Would you say it's the best thing WWE Studios has ever done?
No, I like the Scooby-Doo stuff. The Scooby-Doo crossover
We've got
films.
yeah. Scooby-Doo crossover films.
Yeah, they're animated. It's awesome.
Oh,
Have you never seen these?
no.
They're wonderful. There's like 2 or 3, I think. They're good.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, they're really good. But I liked the joke. There's funny wrestling in jokes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Fizz and that. And there's weird cameos in episode 7 from Mark Henry, McFoley, and Rikishi.
Right.
They're the only 3 sort of wrestling cameos in the show.
I do miss Rikishi, though.
Yeah, it's odd that piece. But they sing that Backstreet Boys song.
What?
What's the one?
Backstreet's Back Alright.
No, the other one. That ain't nothing but a heartache. Is that the one?
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
They sing that at sort of a romantic juncture between Big Show and his wife on a cruise. It's peculiar but funny. It made me laugh. But yeah, it's cliched. It's everything you've seen before, but it does it well.
Oh.
And I couldn't ask for more, really, from a WWE-produced family sitcom.
Would there have been a superstar that would have been better for the sitcom S.
No. I think he works.
Really?
He's that larger than life big man,
Big show.
and he gets in some scrapes and shenanigans with people,
Does
like
he?
kids' teachers and stuff. And
It beats up teachers.
when you don't see it, obviously it's a family sitcom, and there's a bit where he wants to get back into wrestling, and then there's all like these heated bits between the family and stuff.
No, Dad, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Because the daughter was like, I came back here to make memories with you. And he's like, ah, yes, so you did.
Are they the emotional bits?
Yeah.
Ones
he's
that tug at your heartstrings.
It tugs at many things, yes.
Oh.
And he's got his, the sort of archetypal best friend who runs a gym.
Is it David Spade?
No, it's a black man.
Oh.
And he's like an inventor, air quotes, comes up with ideas and schemes that Big Show gets roped into and stuff.
The
And then
wacky best friend.
Yeah, the wacky best friend trope. But it was really fun.
Would I like it?
No,
Fair enough. I don't have to watch it then.
but I would recommend watching it. I only planned on watching like 2 or 3 episodes, and then I just watched them all because I got hooked.
Is it better than Seinfeld?
No,
Is it better than How I Met Your Mother?
no,
The last episode.
yes.
Fair enough. I might watch it.
I would recommend it. So yeah, I took the plunge. We thought it was going to be shit, and it
And
was.
it probably was.
But in a good way.
Good shit. Well, is that your Harry Pineapple?
Yeah, sure,
done
but
and
sweet
dusted? I
mini
did like
review.
that. Mm.
No, I don't want to go in depth about all 8 episodes narrative. We'll be here for days.
Because
But-
they've got that much
There's that much.
narrative to them.
Yes, they're deep, layered.
Layered sitcom.
Yeah. But no, it's just like fun family stuff, What you'd imagine like watching on like Disney Channel and stuff back in the day.
Yeah, it did look very Disney Channel-esque.
Yeah. But fun, and I will probably watch it again.
Well, something else that's fun I didn't mention in the intro. Our big pineapple today is Birds of Prey. We're going to be looking at the film, talking the pros, the cons, and giving it a rating
Yes,
out of 7.
The cons.
The
The
cons.
many, many, many cons.
Yes. But not just that, we will be looking at the future of the DC EU or the worlds of DC or whatever they're calling it now. It's going to be interesting, guys.
Yes.
But carrying on, shall we go into the small pineapples?
Let's
Shall we
do it.
Should we
Let's
take the dive?
Let's get on it, yes.
Let's talk trailers. Trailers.
I made 0 notes.
0.
Yeah. Well, I wrote the word trailers,
Oh, that's good, I guess.
and then I scribbled that word out.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
You thought, I will make notes, and then you watched all the trailers and you forgot to make notes.
Yeah, I watched them. But
Well, shall we start with Hollywood, the new Netflix, is it a TV show?
yes,
All
by
about a group
Right.
of aspiring actors and filmmakers in post-World War II Hollywood try to make it big, no matter what cost, by the same guys that did Glee and American Horror Story.
Ryan Murphy. Yeah,
Yep. You can tell that by the cast.
the cast. Yeah.
Got many Glee fans' dream cast, but it's got some quite big names in the cast. To be fair,
It does. Yeah.
it does have a good range. There's a guy that looks like what's his name now? Guy out of Hot Fuzz and Harry Potter and Around the World in 80 Days.
Jim Broadbent.
Yeah, there's a guy that looked like him, but he's called Brian Kehowen.
I'm gonna have to look up that name.
Chenowen.
I don't think you're saying any name there. 1 minute.
Chenoweth.
Is it just Chenoweth?
Might be Chenoweth.
Like Kristen Chenoweth?
Yeah, it's Brian Chenoweth. Anyway.
He looks the tiniest bit like him, both in that they're both men.
In the 2-second clip that it was in, I thought, is that? And then I looked it up right now and I'm like, it's not. Nice bit of content for everyone there.
But no, I'm a big fan of things like fiction and stuff set in post World War II Hollywood. Like LA Noir is one of my favourite games
Yeah.
because of this. I like the hard-boiled sort of like noir, pulpy type bollock that is set in that period. I know that's not going to factor into any of this because it's mostly just about the filmmaking side of things.
A bunch of gay actors.
Yeah, the gays and the blacks and the women.
Yeah.
And the gay black women trying to, make it in Hollywood. There's obviously portrayals of famous people of the past in it as well.
Yeah.
You've got your Rock Hudsons and your producer that Jim Parsons from Big Bang Theory's playing, whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, it looks like a really different role for Jim, actually.
Yeah,
I do like it.
Well, he's a homosexual character as well because he was homosexual in real
is he?
life. And he's obviously homosexual in real life too.
He's not overly camp, though.
No, but yeah, and I like this period. I like the films from this period. I like the history of it. It looked good.
It did.
It looked really good.
But yeah, the main guy is one of the main guys out of Glee, isn't it?
Darren
Chris.
Chris. I don't know. Chris. He played the guy in Glee.
Yeah, which guy did he play in Glee? Judge Fudge can tell us. Who's this kid in Glee? Blaine.
Blaine from the
Jesus.
opposition singing group.
Yes. Have you watched Glee?
I've seen the first 2 seasons.
Jesus.
There's a Rocky Horror episode, man. It's got Meatloaf in.
Anyway, we're going on a tangent here. But yeah, it looks pretty cool.
I like the look of it.
I was surprised because Ryan Murphy's stuff's kind of gone.
He's up and down for me.
Yeah, American Horror Story.
I've not seen what I've seen of that. I've not enjoyed.
I enjoyed the first 2 seasons, and then it just went slowly downhill.
Did he do Feud? Did he do Feud?
I don't know. I know he did Glee and American Horror Story.
Let me look him up.
Looking him up.
Feud.
I've got him here. I've got him. Eat, Pray, Love. Feud. He did do Feud.
He did Feud. Well, that's set in Hollywood as well in 1962, and it got all kinds of plaudits. So he's got scope for the Hollywood.
That era down, hasn't he?
The golden era of Hollywood, He's
And that's got some of the American Horror Story cast in.
Yeah, they're all in. There's a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
For sure.
I kind of like that though.
Yeah, it's always like the sort of Scorsese, De Niro, DiCaprio, frequent collaborators kind of thing. Oh.
But yeah, Spaceship Earth. This looks fun.
It looks peculiar, doesn't it?
Is it Netflix as well?
No, it's like some weird, like Sundance
Hulu or
type.
something. It's going to be the next big documentary. It's about, what's his name? John Allen.
Yeah.
You just never trust a guy with that name, do you? John Allen. That is cult that are quarantined, and they're basically like doomsday people, aren't they? But a big cult.
Yeah. Well, no.
And they're
no,
on
not
about
anyway.
going to space or something, aren't they?
It was an actual scientific experiment by like actual science people, but it turned into something weird.
I mean, it makes it just look like a crazy cult in the trailer.
Essentially, they build a big biosphere. Flipper, hello. What's up?
Sorry about that. Look, he's meant to be in this bedroom.
Are you going in there?
Come on, hooligan.
Where's he
Little-
going?
Thomas's bedroom.
Oh, right.
Got a little good feature by Flipper there.
I've been attacked by my dog, and by attacked I mean he just opened my door and came in and smelt me.
That's definitely being kept left in.
Well, you got attacked by him the other day when you came.
I did not get attacked in any way. He stared at me on
Well,
the stairs when I randomly opened the door, and he was like, huh? Cool.
But he came near you though,
Oh yeah, he
Basically
demanded
attack.
stroking.
But yes, anyway, they built like a biodome, a biosphere with a biosphere is a thing where they can make their own climates and stuff in it. So they have different segments like a desert, a rainforest. They build a mini ocean in it and stuff in the hopes of working out stuff if we could ever live in like on Mars and shit. But then shit started to go wrong. They lost a lot of oxygen. They didn't really eat a lot of food. They had a low nutrient based diet and stuff, and then they sort of split off into factions within there, and it's just,
So it became a whole Mad Max in this little biosphere.
Yeah, these 8 people that were living in this sphere, and then like it got cancelled because like CO2 kept like rising, and then they did it again, and then it went wrong again.
Wow. Probably not have done it again.
Yeah, it looks really fun. I'm gonna watch the shit out of it.
There's gonna be some weird stuff that we learn about though.
Yeah, and weirdly, it was only done the actual thing in the 90s. I thought it was like in the 70s or some shit.
Does look like it.
Yeah,
in the 70s, doesn't it?
but it's like a phrase that one of the people says in the trailer, like it's science fiction but without the fiction or something like that. I was like,
That's nice.
I like this shit. I'm for sure gonna watch that. I'll probably talk about it on a future episode when I've watched it.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it as well. We might do an episode on it.
Yeah, or at least a small pineapple.
Yeah,
Hairy pineapple, should I say?
yeah. We'll do a collaborated hairy pineapple.
Yeah. And the next trailer
Is
I had zero clue about. It just confused me.
well, it's a video game called Daymare 1998. It started out as a tribute to Resident Evil 2, like a remake of Resident Evil 2 that this indie company started creating, and then they started showing off segments of the game, and it's what basically inspired Capcom to do their Resident Evil 2 remake like, because a lot of the gameplay and a lot of the mechanics and everything and how it looks is a lot like Resident Evil 2 remake, and now it's finally been finished and coming to PS4, and that does look pretty good, to be fair. Just wanted to talk about it because Resident Evil's got quite a bit of news in this episode. But yeah, it looks alright. It's
not
available
not
now
my
on
scene,
PS4.
obviously.
You're a little bit shy, aren't you?
I'll come on your face.
But
That'll show
yeah,
own it.
maybe it will. Maybe I'll just on to the news, shall we?
Yeah, let's news it up.
Let's news it up. Here we go. Well, the first big news that we want to talk about: Star Wars. The whole series is getting gender bended. No, I'm joking. There's a female-led TV show in the works by the creator of, is it Dollhouse?
Russian Doll.
Russian Doll. I know who
Dollhouse is a Joss Whedon TV show that got cancelled after two seasons.
Russian Doll.
Yeah, it's
with
the
woman from
by the female woman co-creator of Russian Doll, which I've not seen yet. It's on my watch list.
It's got her out American Pie in, hasn't it?
Natasha Lyonne,
Orange is the New Black.
That other thing.
But yeah, this has just been announced. We don't really have any more information on it. All we can do is speculate, but I'm guessing it's a new original story.
What's the film where she plays a blind woman?
Wait, what?
It's I think it's Blade 2.
Blade?
Or Blade 3.
No, that's Wesley Snipes.
Oh, so she's not a black man. Right. Blade Trinity. Yeah, she plays a blind woman. Bad film.
Anyway, this is what they should be doing now. We talk about it a lot. They shouldn't gender bend. They should just create new original Star Wars isn't new or original. But yeah, create new characters
that
are female that can lead a TV show.
Do we think it will be based on existing Star Wars characters that aren't being used? Or do we think they will be new folks?
I think it's going to be new
entirely
folks. It might just be a
male Mandalorian style kind of thing.
Female Mandalorian.
Yeah. But obviously not about Mandalorians and stuff.
Yeah, just about new bounty hunter.
We will be doing a Mandalorian episode in the coming weeks as well, with it all being out almost. One episode left to be released. I'm excited.
The whole next chunk of news is in development films, so we'll just rush through them, I guess.
A lot of stuff has been announced.
Mulan 2
ties in with Jet Li's birthday.
Yes, Chineses and stuff.
No, because he's going to be in it, the first one. Racism. He's playing the Emperor of China.
Oh, that's China. I'm not a racist. Mulan 2 in early development. We hadn't even seen the new one.
Because of Corona.
Well. Yeah, probably. Why not? They've got enough money, haven't they?
Yeah.
Halloween Kills has been said to be like the first movie, but on steroids, and everyone loves steroids.
I mean, they make your todger small.
But they make your muscles big.
Yeah, but they make them big, but they don't give them strength.
Yeah, you like big sacks of water, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fuck. So it's going to be more explosions, more killing.
But smaller plot.
Yeah, and water set of characters.
Set around a no, that's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
It'll be set around swimming bath.
Probably. There might be a bath
just a paddling pool in a garden. That's where it takes place, just in this 8-foot paddling pool. That's where the entire film takes place for 97 minutes.
They're running around the pool and Michael's just walking very slowly around it.
He's scared of water, so they just stand in the middle for 97 minutes and then he gets bored and leaves.
He's like,
you spoiled me. You found my one weakness, paddling pools.
And if he gets too close, they're just splashing him.
Yeah. Because look, he has a knife and he could slash it to make it walk out, but he's scared of water, you see.
Yeah, so if you keep splashing him, just get a hose on him.
Well, the hose, I imagine, is long gone. The paddling pool's already filled.
True.
Like, they'd have to create a distraction, and someone would have to run and get the hose pipe, turn it on, try and not get stabbed to death.
Doing the circle around the fucking turny thing.
Now, there's a film.
There is a film.
This is why I've got the master's degree in creative writing. This right here.
But yeah, you haven't seen the first one. I have, and I think it's okay. It's a film, and it's okay. So this one will be okay on steroid. But next bit of news: Chris Pine is in the Saint remake. Is he rumoured or is he confirmed?
Confirmed.
I don't know what the Saint is. So
the Saint is a show from the 60s. It starred Roger Moore. Imagine sort of like The Professionals, but Roger Moore. And
James Bond, though, isn't he?
Yes. He is confirmed, Chris Pine, and Dexter Fletcher is on board as director.
Yes, he is directed
Rocket Man.
Man.
And he came on board for Bo Rap.
Yeah,
And
we're
his-
just saying the same things. We're on a
his
line
debut-
link here.
His debut feature, which you might not have seen, called Wild Bill. It's sort of like an urban western set in London.
No.
I recommend that. It's a wonderful piece of British cinema.
He was also the bellboy in Hotel Babylon.
What's that?
It was like a BBC or ITV series about a hotel.
And in the 80s, he was in Press Gang.
Mm.
And my mate's dad was friends with him at school.
So was I.
I don't think you were.
I'm your mate's dad.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, man.
But yeah, next in development is One Punch Man movie.
By the writers of Venom.
Venom. This is going to be interesting, isn't it?
I've not seen One Punch Man. I know a lot about it.
I have.
Oh.
It's very good because it shits all over animes, and I love things that shit all over the things that they are.
A bit like Birds of Prey.
I don't know. No. I think that's not supposed to shit on the thing that it is,
No,
but it
just
does.
shits on itself.
Mm,
And not in a sexy way.
no.
Not in like a fetish way that you'd search on porn site. Just in like a hobo in the street. He's defecated and he's slept in it. And then his dog's run away because his dog's embarrassed.
You would be embarrassed, wouldn't
That is my summation of Birds of Prey.
you? Well, later on it's going to be interesting. But yeah, One Punch Man. Who would you
Fucking
cast?
Venom. As One Punch Man?
Yep.
I'd bring Telly Savalas back to life because he was bald. I can't think of anyone who's bald. I know I could
Jason
shave
Statham.
someone. Is the character old or young in the show? I've never seen it.
He's young and he is very thin.
Young and thin.
But
Let's shave Jesse Eisenberg again and make him Lex Luthor up in this shit.
Then he does like 100 sit-ups, press-ups, and so many miles run, and then he becomes really strong. That's his secret to being the best.
I'm gonna cast Charles Dance
Yes,
because he can do his training in a cave.
that's true.
Because that's where all the best workout stuff happens. In a cave.
I'm going to cast Michael Cera.
I was thinking Michael Cera, but then I thought I'd go Lex Luthor.
Mm,
You know, I hate Jesse Eisenberg as well.
yeah, I hate Michael Cera, to be fair.
They're essentially the same.
Yeah, but just one's got a bigger head.
Yeah. One is more punchable looking than the other, though.
Who?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Do you think?
Yeah. I feel like I'd get along with Michael Cera.
Yeah, but I do like him in Arrested Development, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, and Superbad, and Scott Pilgrim, and that other film that I can't, Youth in Revolt.
He's in good films, he just has an annoying face, doesn't he? But yeah, that's One Punch Man. And the last bit of in developmental news. Jesus Christ, we don't need this. I don't like it. Fuck you, Jennifer Lawrence, but she's not going to be in it. Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I hate that title. That's almost as bad as the Birds of Prey fucking emancipation of
Prey,
whoever.
emancipation of the fabulous Harley Quinn.
And then it made no money, so they fucking tagged Harley Quinn at the front of it as well.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn, : Birds of Prey, dash, emancipation of.
But yeah, Hunger Games.
So, sorry, I'm just.
It's going to be about the guy that owns the city. The city guy. Yeah, his character when he was young.
I've only seen the first film, you see.
Bad.
That was enough for me.
Bad. All of it's bad.
I
They should
liked
just
it.
stop writing books because
Yeah.
they're bad.
It was, what's her name, weren't it?
Jennifer Lawrence.
No, wrote the books.
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, yes. I hate her as well. Oh, I can't wait for the Harry Potter episode. My least favourite film series of all time.
But yeah, do you care about this? Hunger Games?
No, skip it. Fuck it.
Fuck you.
Keep this bit in the pod, though.
Yeah, well,
Just
but
us
we've
fucking
skipped it in our minds. It's
Anybody who
not there.
likes the Hunger Games should be castrated, I believe,
And then
forcefully.
shot in the knees.
No, I want them to be able to walk still, but I want them to not be able to have children.
Right, okay.
Because they still need to contribute to society via working
Mm,
and unpaid labour in camps.
right.
I think I'm making some kind of Holocaust situation here for Hunger Games fans. Maybe they'd like that. Then we can
They
pick a
probably
couple
would,
that can
and then
fight
we
each other,
Yeah.
you know?
God, we should
Visionary.
be running this shit.
Hitler, bad boy, or just misunderstood. You know?
Oh man. But yeah, we've laughed, this episode. We've cried a little. Now it's time to just mellow things out because we need to talk about dead people. And the last 2 episodes we've been laughing about dead people. Let's just try and do this without disrespecting the dead.
Well, if I'm honest, there isn't many deaths this episode, to be fair.
Oh, is it not?
No, I've got only 4 in total for this entire episode.
Oh, is there no corona deaths?
1.
So you got 5.
No, I've got 3 for this bit and 1 corona death.
I've got 4 for this bit.
Have you? Oh no, I cut one of them. They weren't important enough. Keep that in.
I will, don't worry.
Shall we? Let's start off, shall we then, with Gene Donarski, aged 86. He was just an actor. He was in many things. He was in a couple of Spielberg's early films, Jewel even, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Spielberg's French film.
Yes, Jewel. But he sort of was more famous for his guest starring roles on TV.
Oh.
He was pretty much in every show going from like the late 60s to like the 90s.
Oh.
No, he was one of only 32 people to have guest starred on the original series of Star Trek and one of the subsequent follow-up series. That's a little fun tidbit for everyone there. And he's in one of my favourite episodes of Seinfeld.
Oh.
Because everyone's in an episode of Seinfeld, apparently, where he just plays an old guy who gets in a confrontation with Jerry and shenanigans occur, and
I love shenanigans.
pretty fun. But yeah, he was 86. He's in Jewel and, Seinfeld. Next up, we've got Shirley Knight. She was 82. Another actor, she was an actress. She was in the later years of the golden era of Hollywood. She was a really well-renowned leading lady.
Yeah.
Twice Oscar nominated.
Oh.
She won a bunch of Emmys and Tonys and shit.
Yeah, she's one of the only name that I actually recognised.
Yeah. Check out some of her stuff. And next, this one relates to you more than myself. Paul Haddad. Haddad. He was 56.
Yeah.
He's a voiceover actor, artiste.
Oh, yeah.
He did stuff. The most famous cartoons he did voiceover stuff for was Bar the Elephant, and he was in the X-Men original series as well.
Oh, was he?
He was Quicksilver,
Oh.
and he was the original Leon in Resi 2.
Yes, he was.
Yes,
he was.
So, yeah, he was 56 and was actually born in Birmingham.
Wow.
Was a Canadian national citizen as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
The original voice of Leon. Leon, surname, I don't remember.
S. Kennedy.
Leon S. Kennedy.
Yes.
Resi nerd.
One of my favourite, all-time favourite video game characters. So that must be one of my all-time favourite video game character voice performances.
Yeah. He didn't do any of the subsequent Leon roles. He just did Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Paul Haddad, 56, Shirley Knight, 83, and Gene Donarski from Jewel, 86.
2 of them are good ages, I guess.
Yeah.
You got rid of the falling in reverse guitarist.
Yeah, I thought I ain't got time for that.
No, shit band anyway.
Not big enough for me. But yeah, only the three deaths this week, which is good.
That is good. To say they're not corona.
Yeah.
Like, people are just dying because they want to die now. Like, what's happening?
Couple of big ages there as well. You know, they lived
decent ages.
They lived long and fruitful lives.
But leading on with Paul Haddad's death, the Resident Evil stuntwoman wins her legal case against Paul
W.S. Anderson.
W.S. Anderson. I knew it was Anderson.
It's not against him, the legal case, in essentially.
I like to imagine it is.
Okay. I like his films.
I don't like him.
I know you don't. How did he get Mia Jovovich is beyond me. He's not an attractive man.
He makes bad films.
Well, either way, a stunt went wrong in 2015. This was way back then.
Yeah. Resident Evil, the final chapter film.
She was doing a motorcycle stunt. She was riding the motorcycle, and the camera was on a jib on the back of a truck. A jib is a crane, for anyone who's not down with the technical term.
Stupid people.
Yeah, get a degree. And the jib didn't rise in time. The camera operator didn't raise it in time. She crashed into it. She's lost an arm. Face is all fucked up, So she's ugly now.
Yeah.
She was quite a looker, but now she's not going to get no tail.
Like, we do joke, but it's literally must have just destroyed her whole career. Who's she going to...
She can't do stunt performing with one arm, like, properly.
Yeah, but even if she could, who would she even, do the stunts for? Because it's about the face as well. I know they can digitally replace a face, but that's a lot of money.
In the stunt industry now, they've got a lot of realistic masks that they wear, like latex masks and stuff. Because I've been watching a lot of stunt videos.
From Corridor Crew's Stunt Memory Act. Very nice.
I gave them a subscribe on their YouTube. Yeah, so she was suing the producers, but because it happened in South Africa, where they were filming, they couldn't do anything in Los Angeles, so that got dismissed. The case that's just been won was against the driver of the truck and the camera operator. They tried to blame it on a negligent cycle riding, but their stories kept changing and everything, and the judge were like, just stop being cunts, essentially. But they don't know if she's going to get a payout from it, which
she should do.
She should, because I said this happened in 2015, so it's like 5 years that she's not been getting any work or whatever, you know what I mean? So I guess we'll have to wait and see what the next part of the chapter is in this whole saga for her. Because she was recently married as well, just before the incident happened, because her partner's a stunt performer as well. He's the official stuntman standing for James Bond.
Oh.
So
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, for Danielle, yeah. So at least they'll be getting some kind of income still.
Yeah, it's a bit shitty, isn't it?
Yeah, so I don't know.
I thought it was because he rigged the camera on wrong to the motorbike.
No, the guy didn't raise the jib quick enough, so she just smashed straight. Can't speak today. Straight into it, and
dangerous shit.
But yeah, stunts, man.
Not good.
You know, we've got a lot of time for Jackie Chan and that, but they're dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous things, man.
It seems like they're more dangerous when you have equipment there to kind of help you.
Yeah, you know, a Hollywood film production, you know, because Hong Kong films are famous for not using the greatest of things. They're just let's do this,
and not paying the actors.
Unless they work that day. Yeah, she's won this round. Let's hope that something good comes from it for her.
Well, moving on. We've got a whole lot of James Gunn news. I think he's been doing some Q&As or some bullshit.
Yeah, it was he did some live stream with Chris Pratt.
Ah, right.
Because I know that they were talking about Back to the Future, and and Bob Gale, the screenwriter of Back to the Future, chimed in and was like, "Shut up."
Well, he talked a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 news and his upcoming Suicide Squad film news. Which one do you want to do first?
Neither, because I don't care.
Well, let's do Guardians of the Galaxy. Actually, let's do Suicide Squad first. Let's get
because it's based on that fucking god-awful character.
So, James Gunn is teasing an R rating for the Suicide Squad.
That's what the last one claimed and stuff, didn't it?
Claimed that he was going to make it R rated, but then he didn't.
I think Birds of Prey was.
Was it?
It's got to have been. They swore a lot, and there was a lot of violence.
Yeah, true, actually.
A lot of blood and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm trusting James Gunn, alright? I'm trusting him. I'm going to pay to watch this film, by the way.
Really?
Whenever it comes out, yeah.
He made Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, though, and that's a bad film.
That is, but the characters are still there.
I hate it. I hated that film, man.
Well, you're going to hate this other little bit of news about Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn is director James Gunn's favourite character, teases insane dialogue. I'm going to relate back to this later on. When we talk about Birds of Prey, because that was one of the main things that I fucking hated about the film.
Whoever wrote that film is fucking branding, knobhead on the forehead.
And then he proceeds to say that you won't need to watch the old Suicide Squad before watching this one.
It's essentially a soft reboot rather than a sequel.
Which I'm going to relate back again to Birds of Prey. But yeah, moving on. Let's move on to a bit of lighter news, shall we? Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he's released Meredith Quill's Complete Awesome Mix.
I saw that
on Spotify.
I've not seen what's on it, but...
Well, he said that he can't promise there's no spoilers for the next film, the soundtrack-wise, because he's already selected most of the soundtrack for that film. He's got no plans for a fourth film. That's probably because they all sign on to do 3 films at the start, and they don't know about sequels after. And the last bit of news on this, he has promised it will feature a death.
Yeah, I saw that. Are we speculating?
Let's speculate. It can't be Gamora.
I think it'll be Rocket.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that it's going to be Rocket's going to feature.
Already died.
I've heard it's going to feature Rocket a lot in this one. So I see him popping his raccoon clogs in this one. And they can always pick up another rodent.
Yeah, they can always replace him with a dog as well.
Cosmo?
Yeah, Cosmo the dog.
I've been watching the Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon. He features in it quite heavily.
But it is quite disappointing because Rocket's probably the best character. Yeah, I said it.
Have you not even seen Mantis, mate, from that shit film Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Is the most exciting and
I like Rocket.
Attention-grabbing character.
At least he's not Vin Diesel.
Well, Groot's already dead. Well, died, even. Gamora's dead, but alive.
They can't kill off Chris.
No, we can't kill a Star-Lord. No
Because he
point.
fights dinosaurs.
And Drax, is anyone going to actually even care?
Batista will just powerbomb him.
Batista will just become Bane in the next Batman film.
Ugh.
But yeah, that's the end of the James Gunn news. I knew
I
you
don't
weren't going
think
to
I-
like that section.
I don't think I like films anymore.
You do.
I don't like comic book films anymore unless it's Blade 2. Or
Well,
Hell-
let's talk about your
Or
favourite comic book film next. This is one that you didn't know was... I'm going to pop this on you. Pop. Avengers Endgame has reported Robert Downey Jr.'s paycheck. Are you ready? How
80
much do you...
million.
Ooh, is that your guess?
Yeah.
80 million. You're very close. 75 million he got for doing that film.
I'm not bad at this game, am I?
You're not bad at the guessing game, no.
Can you tell I like films?
I can.
I hate that film though.
That's crazy amount
That
of
is,
money.
it made a lot of cash though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Can you remember that one time when he did all them drugs? No
And
one
went
had
to
hired
prison.
him. Simpler times then, weren't they? No fucking Iron Man to worry about.
I remember that time that you were in an Elton John music video.
I want love. That one.
But it's impossible.
I watch that video sometimes when I'm on my Elton John binges.
Elton John is good, isn't he?
He's a good egg.
You
He'll
should.
be dead. He'll be
Have
dead.
you watched Rocket Man?
No, I've never heard of Elton John.
I'll lend it you.
Because we don't get to see each other when we record
Yeah.
these anymore. We need that brief 5-minute interaction every sort of 2 weeks.
And I'm like, God, I want to touch his bum.
And my dick. My
But I
pineapple
never
pe-
do. Pineapple penis, nice.
Pineapple penis.
Yeah.
Right, pineapple
Mm.
eats enzymes. Right.
You told us this on a previous episode.
Yeah, so imagine if I had a pineapple dick.
Yeah, you could eat people with your dick. Yeah.
I'm in your bum bum and
Mhm.
I'm eating you from the inside out with my dick.
Would your cum be enzymy? So you could
No,
just
no, it just
might
ta-
have acid cum.
No, it just tastes like bacon.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I just make it. I put it on sandwiches sometimes.
Well, let's move on, shall we? Jurassic World. What's the title?
Dominion.
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 What kind of fucking title's that?
Yeah, I don't know what's going off with the titles these days.
Jesus Christ.
What with the thing we're going to talk about later, the Venom thing, and the god awful fucking Hunger Games, and that other goddamn Birds of Prey film.
Well, Jurassic World's got some set photos. Have you seen them? Because I didn't look at them.
Yeah, it's essentially it's just a photo of a camera
Mm.
and Colin Trevorrow, the director,
Yeah.
and it's just showing you that the little clone girl's returning
Oh,
from the Fallen Kingdom.
that terrible slasher film.
I liked it, but it was so weird.
Fucking Mark.
You just call me Mark.
I did.
I am a Jurassic. I'm a Jurassic Park Mark. No, that rhymes. I didn't
Park
intend-
Mark?
No, it's tough to say. But yeah, it's just showing that she's returning. Their little. That was such a weird film.
Auction Woman.
Cloney girl. Such a weird film.
Let's move on. Raid 3. Plot ideas. That's
So-
never going to happen.
No, it's never going to get made. Gareth Evans, the director of the Raid 1 and 2, and that new Sky show that's coming out about the gangsters and such, which is getting rave reviews, was recently.
Raid reviews.
It was on the Empire podcast recently, Empire magazine podcast, discussing stuff, and he discussed the plot details to the unfilmed, forever going to be unfilmed Raid
Raid
3.
film.
Essentially, Rama was not going to be in. Have you seen the Raid films?
No.
Spoilers ahead for
Right.
anyone. Rama is the main character played by Iko Uwe. You know, the main guy
Yeah.
wasted in The Force Awakens.
Carry on.
Hollywood.
Carry on.
Hollywood.
It's all right.
Right, so essentially he's done all this stuff, what he needed to do throughout the first two films. And at the end of the second film, he's had all the big fight, everyone's dead, he's leaving like the warehouse thing. There's a big gang of Japanese folk, and he's just like, I'm done with it. And he walks past them all. Boom, cut to Raid 3. He's not in it
what?
at all.
What?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I know. I was reading it. I was like, okay. Those people that are there are like Japanese gangster people who've been told to go and deal with everything. But once they get there, they realise that Rama has already done it all for them. He's killed everyone. So they're like, what shall we do then? So yeah, and their big boss goes a bit crazy, and like, and his boss like gets a hit out on him, but they survive. There's like 3 of them that survive, and they end up in like the jungles of like Jakarta or some shit, and it turns into like a jungle warfare film.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a left turn from the Raid, the first two, but I'll send you the link for it later.
Mm.
It sounds really, really good.
Does it though?
Yeah, you know me.
I know you're a mark, but
And it'd just be about that, and all these people who are used to like city warfare and stuff, having to go into the jungles and, you know, go up against these kind of tribally type people. And
that's a very big left turn. That's
Yeah.
a U-turn.
yeah, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, it'd be just like a tight 95-minute film.
Was it going to be called Raid 3 Welcome to the Jungle?
It'd be called Raid 3. Why is it called the Raid 3? It shouldn't be.
Let's raid the
Question mark.
jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. We've got fun and games and Asian men doing kicks. There's no Rama because he's done with it. 95 minutes long. That's the full title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be better than Birds of Prey. Well, let's talk about another idea that's not going to be made.
Mr. Pineapple the musical.
That might be made yet. We don't know.
We hope.
Still waiting on approval.
You know, I have put feelers out to the Lloyd Webber and Simon Cowell to a lesser extent.
Well, No Time to Die. The director
Yes.
has shared that he was going
His
to
original
initially
vision.
make the film all in James Bond's head. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's a laugh in it. Imagine the Bond fans uprising.
I like to think that Spectre was all in his head because that's a garbage film.
Yeah.
I have heard rumours that the last half hour are in his head and he actually
What,
does
of
get
No Time to Die?
lobotomised. No, of Spectre.
Ah,
Do you know when he's about to get lobotomised or whatever? I
I
heard
can't remember.
because
I'm not
that's a
gonna
bad
lie.
film.
I know, Batista's in it.
Yeah,
It's that car chase.
he plays John Cena.
But yeah, I think they should have done it. Because I'm not a massive fan of Bond. Just
Another
make
little-
it shit.
Another little bit of Bond news actually.
Oh,
I was reading an article where Tarantino pitched a Bond film to Pierce Brosnan in the 90s.
that would have been amazing.
They both got incredibly drunk and like he went to Tarantino's house or some shit. But
As you do.
Tarantino was doing like press or something. I can't remember for what film, but it might have been in between. Do you know, in the period between him finishing and Craig taking over, where there was
Yeah.
sort of a limbo period. And so he was waiting on Tarantino, so he had a few martinis and was wrecked. So and then Tarantino came down, apologized, and just got on the same level as him really quick. And they were just chatting nonsense. He was just like, I want to make Bond. You're my favorite Bond. Like, it's like, you're the only person I want to do it with.
He's my favourite Bond.
I like him in two Bond films.
He just looks like Bond, doesn't he?
He looks like Pierce Brosnan from Mrs. Doubtfire.
But if you think in Bond,
He looks
you
like
think,
that guy from that film Taffin.
who comes to your head first when someone says James Bond?
David Niven, of course, from the unofficial film Casino Royale from 1967.
Mine's Pierce.
Was my answer correct, though? Yes, David Niven from
Why
the
not?
unofficial James Bond film.
Yeah, sorry.
Casino Royale. But no, I'm a Daniel Craig fan, except from the fact I don't like most of his films, so I don't know why. It's just because I love Casino Royale so much. It's my favourite Bond film.
Mads is a good bad guy.
Yeah, and I love the free running shit. It's insane. They're jumping on trains and shit.
They are. Well, that's all our small pineapples for this episode. Let's get on to the more depressing, infected pineapple.
Well, it's not that depressing this week. We've only got the one death.
Oh,
Yes.
that's good. Who is
There's
it?
normally, obviously, there has been a lot of coronavirus deaths still.
Oh, yeah.
But one that sort of relates to the entertainment world,
Important.
shall we say, the important people. You know, the newsworthy folks. Joel Rogerson. Rogerson?
Roger.
Rojosin.
Who is it? What does he do? Why is he dead?
It was an American televisual producer and screenwriter.
Oh, yeah. What did he produce and screenwrite?
Can you remember, I think it was last week or the week before, I talked about the main star of the TV show The Virginian.
Oh, yeah.
He was a producer of that show. Actually, he just produced a lot. Magnum PI, Knight Rider, fucking Kojak.
All
just
the big
all the
fuckers.
big things from like the 60s to the 90s. In many ways, it's much like the Gene Dynasty of the producing world.
Oh, well.
You know, but he didn't have anything to do with Jewel,
Oh.
sadly. But yeah, he was 86. You know, same age as Gene Dynasty. That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe they're the same person.
Maybe. But yeah, it was a producer in a lot of influential, successful TV that
Well,
we've all probably seen. We've all seen Knight Rider and stuff, you know, it's
Yeah.
shit, but it's fun, innit? But yeah,
rest in peace, mate.
yeah, only the one this week, which I'm happy to, you know, only have the one.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot last week.
And minimal chances of us laughing at dead people.
We didn't mean to laugh at them, it's just because I'm really funny.
Yeah.
Especially when giving eulogies for these guys.
What can you do, eh? What can you
You've
do?
got to laugh through the sadness.
Just like the next bit of news. You know, you gotta laugh at it.
Exactamundo.
We're talking delays. Venom has been delayed till June
But-
2021.
At least it's got a
And-
name now.
Got a
Doesn't
name.
it though?
Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Trash.
It feels like a noughties film. Like
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Just call it Venom Carnage.
Yeah, or Carnage featuring Venom. Or Venom, Carnage, Let There Be Carnage with Venom.
Welcome to the jungle. No
Mate.
Rama.
Maybe Tom Holland, question mark.
Yeah, I've heard he's going to be in it. I've
Because
also heard he's going to be in Morbius.
there was that thing where Tom Hardy posted a picture of
Yeah,
Venom.
Venom eating Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then deleted it. And that
Pretty-
normally means,
Some
here,
shit. Yeah.
leak this, and then delete it, make it look like a leak, the vegetable.
I do like leak.
But enough about Venom. One release that we're getting on May 15th is Scoob. Straight to video. On demand.
VOD. It's foregoing its cinema release and just
Just riding the bull. It was one of our planned films to review.
It
So
was.
I guess we'll do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Might
Everyone
as
will.
well. Yeah.
It'll be fun. Zac Efron's voicing Fred, and other people are doing other voices, I guess. So
From what I've heard,
should be live action though. Maybe we should do in the future. We should go back and watch Freddie Prinze Jr.
I'm a big fan. I'm a
live
big
action
Scooby-Doo.
ones.
I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan anyway. Like a big Scooby-Doo fan. Lots of videos. I've got.
They
this.
are good films, aren't they?
I
But
have
yeah,
seen the Scooby-Doo porn parodies.
nice.
They're pretty fun.
But yeah, that should be fun.
Make the kid.
Upcoming episode confirmed. Next bit of delayed news is Death Stranding's release onto PC is getting delayed till July. Don't really know why. I've got this game. I've played a bit of this game, and I really want to play the rest of this game because I love Hideo Kojima and his messed up brain. Some people think it's just a boring walking simulator thing, but fuck you. I know it is, but it's a pretty interesting premise for a game. Okay, acid rain and all that, aliens, Norman Reedus, Guillermo del Toro, and a lot, Mads Mikkelsen, and a lot of other actors and stuff. Even Conan O'Brien's in it. But yeah, fuck you, PC gamers. In the Heights is getting pushed back as well. This is Lin-Manuel Miranda's first musical to grace the theatre stage. It's getting a film adaptation. It's now being pushed back to 2021. Yeah, I haven't seen In the Heights. I've seen Hamilton, and Hamilton is the best musical you'll ever see. And if you like rap, then you're gonna like Hamilton. And if you don't, I'll medicate it. But In the Heights, I'll give it a watch. I'll take over a hairy pineapple and talk about it. Why not? Another thing that's being pushed back is Jackass 4, the film that I didn't even know was getting made. I didn't know it was confirmed. I knew they've been talking about it for fucking years. I love me a bit of Jackass.
I'm a big fan.
But Johnny Knoxville's fucked. Steve-O is probably the most sane. And that's saying something. I think now because he's like a born-again fucking Shawn Michaels.
He's sober in it.
Yeah.
They were sober in the third one.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna do an episode on this, even though I love Dirty Sanchez a little bit more.
Oh man, I love Jackass.
And
Jackass was my childhood.
Another bit of delayed news. Spider-Man films Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man whatever Far From Home sequel is going to be called is delayed till 2022. I thought they were getting released around them, and anyway. I know Into the Spider-Verse was supposed to be next year, but you know. What do you think the next Spider-Man film's going to be called?
Spider-Man, Welcome to the Jungle. It's not got Rama in.
Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Venom Carnage.
Whatever, Swallows and Amazons or whatever it's fucking called. The Hunger Games thing.
Maybe Tom Holland's in it, question mark.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 7 and 8's been production delayed.
Rip.
I love me good old Mission Impossible.
I
But
love it.
I'm happy to wait. It'll be a nice surprise whenever it comes out.
If it's as good as Fallout, then I don't care when it comes.
Yeah. If it got some arm cocking, then who can say anything wrong about it? That's all the delayed news and a bit of uplifting kind of for Parks and Rec
Yeah,
fans.
bit of levity.
They're doing a special, aren't they?
Yes.
There is a little teaser trailer for it, but it's just Amy Poehler like announcing it.
I'm a big Parks and Rec fan. I recently did a rewatch for the first time in a while, and I was just like, this is good shit, man. Have you seen Parks and Rec, all of it? Or
I've only seen a few episodes.
Oh,
and
you
I
should watch
remember Chris Pratt in a tent in a hole or something.
Oh yeah, that's essentially the entire plot is them trying to get that big hole turned into a park.
Parks and Recreation.
Plus they work at a Parks and Recreation government department. And Chris Pratt, they
Who
know
thinks
about
of these ideas?
Chris Pratt's a bumbling guy who falls in and breaks his legs, so that's how they know about the giant pit and stuff. He was only meant to be in like the first season, but they loved him so much they kept him on for them all. Yeah, it's as I said, it's one of my favorite shows, but it's about them dealing with the coronavirus. I imagine it's going to be all Skype based, like how they're dealing with it in that continuity kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I guess that's kind of cool, but I guess it's going to make them just take the piss out of coronavirus. Maybe it can go both ways. People love it or people will slay it.
You know, it might be like the Imagine video that all the celebrities did you see the Imagine video?
No.
With Gal Gadot and they all sung Imagine by John Lennon.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Oh, did you know? It came out ages ago in the coronavirus era.
Timeline.
Ages ago. It got slated, man. It's fucking atrocious. It's essentially a bunch of celebrities who can't be on TV at the minute, who are having films that are coming out and stuff, doing this for personal reasons and not because they care about all these poor people who are dying from coronavirus.
To remind themselves and everyone else that they still exist.
With the lyrics, imagine there's no heaven.
That's, woo. Why not?
And talking about, you know, possessions and stuff when they're singing this song in their mansions, etc.
I mean, we've said some controversial things on here, but
we're characters, essentially, in essence.
Yeah.
We are playing characters. I know I am. I'm Mr. Pineapple. You'll find me in your wardrobe.
Oh.
Late at night. You think it's someone tapping at the window, but no, it's just me fapping in your wardrobe. Much like David Carradine before he was found dead in the wardrobe with a belt round his neck.
Shout out to episode whatever that was. Jesus.
Stay safe, guys.
Yeah.
Sex can go wrong.
But yeah, that's Parks and Rec for you. Shall we do it? Shall we move on to our big pineapple?
I feel we need to delve more into this David Carradine murder mystery.
We'll dedicate an episode to that murder mystery. Or maybe we should write a murder mystery about David Carradine. I'll play David Carradine.
I'm going to play the wardrobe. Now I want you inside me.
Big pineapple. Let's do it.
Oh, God, if we have to.
Our big pineapple is...
Read the full title of it.
Birds of Prey and the amalgamation.
I think it's... No, Google it.
Let's
the emancipation...
The emancipation of the one...
Fantabulous or something.
Is it fantabulous? That makes me angry.
I might have made that up. I feel like I'm just making it worse for myself.
Birds of Prey and fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
It was fantabulous then.
Yeah.
I knew it. That's a made-up word.
That is a made-up word.
They, of course, changed it in the UK market as well when it didn't sell anything to have Harley Quinn at the beginning of it as well. Yeah. Like Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Blah, 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 blah.
Emancipation, fantabulousness.
Well, I'm going to hand it over to you. What do you think the plot was?
Well,
good old Mr. Pineapple.
I will try and describe the plot as little as there was.
Just to say, we are going to do this in a different way. We're going to do plot, pros, cons, and then a rating out of 7 pineapple rings.
Rating, final thoughts, summation, kind of conclusion.
And we're also going to talk about the future of the DC because we've got some DC news. Let's go. What do you think the plot was?
So basically, it's set not long after Suicide Squad from what I was grasping.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a breakup between what's-her-face, Harley Quinn, and Pudding Boy, fucking Joker, Jared Leto.
Famously not in this film.
But his stand-in is for a little bit. And he is in it in animated form in the opening. Little weird animated bit.
Well, I'm going to talk about that in depth.
So, plot. We've got a breakup. She's going, but she's not told anyone because she likes the safety of
the Joker's
Joker
name being tied to her, yes.
Yeah. So she's going about doing a bunch of shenanigans and whatnot. She goes on a bit of a bender.
Yeah.
Breaks a guy's legs. What have you. Blows up a
Ace Chemicals.
Ace Chemical thing where their love story started, or whatever, and then she wants this breakfast sandwich, right? And now it's toasted bread, bacon, egg, a little bit of hot sauce, but not too much. American cheese, though, I'm not a big fan. Essentially, cheese slice. I know I'm talking a lot about a sandwich, but I want to open a sandwich shop eventually.
Mr. Pineapple's sandwiches.
No, it's going to be called the Tipsy Pineapple.
Oh,
And
we
I
need to do this.
I literally dream about sandwiches.
Anyway, Cody, don't get too distracted.
Yeah, I don't really like American cheese.
Plastic cheese.
It's too plastic. It didn't look like a nice sandwich. I don't know why she was fawning over it, but
Yeah,
it gets knocked out around or some shit.
by probably the worst character ever seen on screen.
She was one of the ones I liked.
Oh no.
Rosie Perez, the cop woman. Is it,
Anyway.
because she was a lesbian? You didn't like her?
No, it's because she was so generic I wanted to rip my dick off.
She don't like dicks, so that'd be fine for her. Yeah, so that's essentially the plot.
Yeah, and then, Black Mask is in it. He gets pissed off at Harley Quinn.
Yeah, people realise that was essentially updating her relationship status, the blowing up of the Ace Chemicals factory, whatever. So she's got a sort of marker on her back because of that. Now she doesn't have the protection of the Joker. So there's lots of people just gunning for her. And
Why though? No, we'll talk about that later, I guess. It's
just
just
a-
a plot. There's so many things you've already said where I'm like, I wanna say something.
And there's also this thing where Black Mask is the villain, and he wants this diamond thing
But is he the
to get
villain
a bunch of
in a film
money.
full of
It's-
villains?
There's like 5 different films happening
Yes.
at one point,
Yes.
and they all come together at the end, and the
Do
diamonds.
they?
I'm not.
So yeah, it's
you-
basically about a diamond, and the kid that Harley Quinn meets swallows the diamond, and then Harley Quinn protects the kid, sells out the kid, and then we have a big fucking gun shootout. It's the worst plot ever, right? They just needed something to tie all these characters together. So shall we talk about the pros of the film? What did you, Mr. Pineapple, the one and only, like about Birds of Prey and the emancipation of a fantabulous bumhole in your face?
I liked the production design.
Yes.
I really liked the way it looked.
Yes.
Like-
So did I. That's one of the things I've got down. The whole the club set.
The
and the
aesthetics
costumes.
of it all.
Yeah, they
The
look very comic book.
Funhouse
Yes.
finale, 20 minutes.
Amusement Mile is in this film. First time it's been seen on
That
film.
was sort of the only bit of the film I fully liked.
That last fight in Amusement
Yeah.
Mile. Yeah.
It's the only bit of the film that knew that it was a comic book film.
Yep.
For me,
Well, let's take it back to the start of the film. Did you like the animated intro?
no.
I kind of did, but then I realised, wait a minute, did Deadpool do this?
Yeah.
Deadpool had it at the end of the film. This film is very much trying to copy Deadpool, I'm not going to lie.
Once Guardians 1 came out, it sort of ruined everything.
Yeah. It's kind of meta
Because
comedy,
Everything
pop
has tried to,
culture,
copy
relate.
even Guardians 2 is trying to live up to it, and nothing's.
They're right. I'm going to say the things I liked about the film.
And then I'll say, mine.
I'll see if you agree, I guess. I like the animated intro.
It was all right enough. It got the origin over quick.
Yeah, it relates to one point that really grinds on me in this film, though, because the Joker in the animated intro isn't the Jared Leto Joker. It's like the proper comic book Joker with no tattoos or anything, in his suit, and I'm like, where and how does this film take place? What's happening? Why is Harley Quinn not arrested? Why is she just roaming the street?
I think they all got. Did they all get a pardon after Suicide Squad or some shit?
No, because they all got locked up, didn't they? And then Joker broke her out of
I can't remember it.
prison.
Weren't in the
Anyway,
middle of the film?
no, that was right at the end of the film. That's how the film ended.
Oh, I've blacked that film from my mind.
Anyway, I liked it when she broke the guy's legs.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
And she jumped off the dancing table and just snapped his legs in half. I was like, oh, that's good. I like the explosion of Ace Chemicals. I think it's a nice way to get around not having the Joker in the film. And I just like them showing Ace Chemicals get on screen, really. I really like the soundtrack of this film.
Yeah,
2 characters that stood out in this film are Zaz and Black Mask.
I liked them too.
The
They're one of
portrayal.
the only other positives I have. I like
They're
the weird
nice.
relationship, almost homo-erotic in many ways.
Definitely, they're gay, aren't they? I think Zaz is definitely gay for Black Mask.
He's very jealous, man, isn't he?
Because
Very
he's
true.
like, you came along and he didn't need me anymore. I want to make it so he needs me. Ooh. And then that scene where they're planning how to get the diamond back, and he's like really so close to Ewan McGregor, and that he's gonna lick him. And how it introduces them both is really good, with the nice little torture scene where he's ripping off their faces.
I do like torture. I like Zaz as a character though, in the comics and the.
Yeah, I've put about the club. This film overall just nice. It looks like a comic book film.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like a comic
No.
book film.
I think there's only because they tried to get that mix right of real life and comic book. I think there's only one scene in this film that gets that right, and that is when Harley Quinn and is it Cassidy,
Kane.
the little girl, are shopping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could see that in a comic book, but it's also very real. Just rest of it is just over the top mental bullshit.
I liked Ewan McGregor's over the top performance in it. It felt to me like he was the only one that knew what he was in.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And it's very much kind of brought me back to how he portrays his character in Trainspotting when he's on loads of drugs.
Oh yeah.
Black Canary. I loved Black Canary in this film. I think she's the best female character because she actually has a strong background and a strong kind of moral standing in the film to why she's doing what she's doing. Unlike the others that I'm not going to mention yet because we're not on cons.
I'll have to talk about it all after in cons because in terms of script and character and there's lots I need to discuss.
I loved Black Mask's darker side. I think that's when his over the topness really shined. I think in the other bits where he was just kind of being this club owner and he was being over the top and fucking just annoying, I was like, oh god.
I liked the "is she laughing at me?"
Yeah, when he
part.
makes the strip.
Yeah,
I've got that next actually.
that was
to be
pretty
fair.
cool.
What did you think of like the action set pieces in this film, the fights and everything?
Right, I've seen a lot of action films.
Yeah.
As you know, I've seen a lot of American action films. I've seen a lot of Asian action films. This was a film.
Okay, that means it's bad.
Do you know when she breaks Cassidy out of the police station?
Oh, don't even.
And they end up in the evidence room.
Yeah.
And she picks up the baseball bat.
Yeah.
There was a cool bit with the baseball bat, a cool little fight bit.
Yeah.
That was cool, and I did really enjoy the last final fight, but it was yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that more in cons, I guess. There is a cheeky Captain Boomerang poster
Yeah.
in the police station. Because all the way through this film up to that point, I was so confused where it was supposed to be based, where it was supposed to be like, is this even acknowledging Suicide Squad? Is this after Suicide Squad?
Yeah, but there's a little wanted.
Yeah, and then it says, oh, I know that guy.
Oh, I know.
I was like, in the notes I've put, Captain Boomerang poster. So this is after Suicide Squad. There's a bit where in the fight scene in the evidence locker where they shoot the cocaine.
Oh.
And then it goes into the air. She kind of sniffs all the cocaine up. I kind of like that. It just made me laugh.
Yeah, but I wrote this. This was the fourth thing I wrote was during that thing. Drugs don't work that quick.
I knew.
What do you mean you knew?
The drug connoisseur would be like, no, I wish they would, but they don't work that quick.
They don't. I'm just fact checking that bit, you know. Literally, the first four things I have wrote down is it can't be worse than Suicide Squad. I hate this film. Cool baseball bat bit. Drugs don't work that quick.
Nice. I liked how they addressed every aspect of Harley's character though. On about the psychology thing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was just cool. How she was like, I'm still smart. I'm a psychologist, bitch. Yeah. I was like, yeah, pretty cool. It's cool to see that she actually still kind of taps into that when it can be used to her advantage.
She does a lot tapping into the degree, the psych degree.
Because she shuts Black Mask up, doesn't she, when he's trying to interrogate her. And she's like, shut the fuck up. I was like, yeah, nice bit. That's probably the only bit of nice writing in this film. I put Bruce is probably the best character. The hyena called Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking love Black Mask's dark side. Take your dress off scene, yeah. Because one thing that I picked up on, he says that sounds so good or something, and then he starts dancing, and it's when she's crying. So I've put dancing to the sound of her tears. That's probably just all Ewan McGregor because he's a fucking lad. But I like that. It's annoying because this film are doing so much but just not delivering, not getting to that point where it could have been good because they had so much of a bullshit that they wanted to force into the film. I thought Amusement Mile, dick emoji. I loved how they they didn't introduce, they carried on the Zaz's I'm saving a special spot for you on his body.
Yeah.
Because obviously Zaz is a villain that nice people when he cuts himself when he kills people. I did actually like the black mask.
Yeah.
When I saw it in the trailer, I thought it was just kind of like a little visor kind of just on the front of his face, but it's actually a full mask. I did like that. And it felt, I've put about the Amusement Mile fight, it felt like an actual Batman gang fight because of all the villains were actually in proper like comic book Arkham-esque fucking Batman whatever outfits and all that. The film looked pretty as fuck. But it was just, yeah. I thought he shot Renee. I hope she fucking dies.
She didn't know because she was protecting her boobies.
Yep. I mean, I've put love Black Mask's death at the end, to be honest. Very cool.
I like an explosion of a man.
Yeah.
A man explosion.
Yeah, especially when his arms and legs fly at the screen as well. Should we get onto the cons?
Yeah.
One massive one that I want to just bring up off the top. The narration, right? It's okay, but the fact that the on-screen Harley Quinn talks to the narration of Harley Quinn does not make any sense, right? She's not Deadpool. She can't break the fourth wall. I know she has voices in her head. Like, that's what they're trying to get at. But the narrator, Harley Quinn, is in the future tense, and the on-screen Harley Quinn is in the present tense, so there's no way they should be able to talk to each other. The on-screen Harley finishes off the narration Harley's like sentences, and I'm like, no, stop trying to be Deadpool. You can't do that because Harley Quinn can't break the fourth wall like Deadpool can. She has voices in her head that send her crazy, but she just can't talk to herself in different tenses. It just kept bringing it up, and I got very angry, and it was late at night, and my daughter was asleep, and I got told multiple times to shut the fuck up. Whew, just gonna get that off my chest.
I think that's the main issue with the film. It's the script was garbage.
Yes.
That's the last thing I wrote was poor script.
And I know it's a comic book film and stuff, but there's got to be, when you say it in a real life-esque universe, you've got to have consequences. And Harley Quinn should just be locked up because she's got no protection from the Joker. That means any police officer could just fucking go up to her and arrest her. It annoys me. It's like, it's just, it couldn't decide until that point whether it was a follow-on or a sequel or a fucking prequel or whatever it was. I just didn't understand where it was supposed to be in the timeline.
I understood where it was meant to be.
I did, but there were too many, like, why would you have a different interpretation of Joker in the opening animated thing to what he was in Suicide Squad? Was it because there was backlash over that Joker?
Just blame the producers for making shit films.
And how did Harley Quinn and Joker break up? Like, that was one of the main things in the film and they never explained it. Why did she break up with the Joker? Who knows? They had a reveal of Black Mask's mask in the first thing that you saw him in, and it was a shot from later on in the film. I hated that because, like Suicide Squad, they have little not animated, but they have little shots of each character, and then it comes up with a name and, title cards for the name and occupation and whatever, like Suicide Squad did for every comic book character in the film. And Black Masks, they just showed the Black Mask like straight off just there, and it's a shot from later in the film where he shoots Renee, and I was just like, why would you spoil it like that?
Just a shit film.
I'm gonna get really angry, I think.
And I've not even started yet.
That chase scene was way too horrible for me.
Which one?
It was like one of the first like action scenes in the film where Harley's running away from the police, and then there's all them people that like she did something wrong to. Like, way too many coincidences in one fucking scene. I get like a few, yeah, that's funny, but there were about 10. There was some guy who lobbed something out of a window at her, and it was
the roller derby opponent,
Yeah.
who's not even like a comic book villain or anything, or
They just threw it in there
That
to
he
try
just
and be
happened
funny.
to know that she'd be running down that street at the time
Yeah,
for that sandwich. Not even a nice looking sandwich.
I know.
If you want a good egg sandwich, right, I've created one called the mother and child sandwich, and I'll talk about it on a different one.
Yeah.
It is an egg-based sandwich, but it's with chicken instead of
Nice.
bacon. Not for you, obviously, because you're vegetarian, but
I'll have egg and then I just like egg sandwiches, to be fair. Just egg mayo, you know.
it's a fried egg.
Oh, that's even better, to be fair. Oh, you've made me hungry.
Because, right, you roast a chicken the day before.
Right, he's going to explain it anyway. Fuck it.
Right. We'll start with the bread.
Yeah.
Got a nice seeded loaf.
Mm.
Right. And we've cooked a chicken the day before, because this uses leftover chicken, this sandwich.
Yeah.
Right. You use light or dark meat, whatever your preference is.
White meat.
You butter in your bread. You get your chicken. You salt your chicken. You put
Wait,
some.
are you giving away your secret recipe right now?
You use some smoky chipotle hot sauce on your chicken. You fry your egg. You season it with salt. You bang that shit on your chicken. Then you put some green jalapeno hot sauce on your egg.
Oh, boy.
Bread, cut, eat, come.
Nice.
Mother and child sandwich.
That is what this film should have been.
And that is going to be a premier sandwich at the Tipsy Pineapple.
Nice.
We feel you up and then make your sandwiches.
One thing I want to say about the criminal underworld in this film, it's way too normal. Like, it's basically a food truck where they're like, oh, she broke up with the Joker. Yeah, she's nothing now. It's like, what? That shouldn't be a thing in this. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. The reason, right, I've put about Renee here. Alcoholic cop, very original, haha. Shaved my balls for this top. I hate this woman and everything about her.
I quite liked her.
Just everything around the police kind of story just pissed me off. Like, as you mentioned, there's 5 stories in this film that are trying to interlink. You know, there's god-awful character that we haven't spoke about, Huntress, trying to get Harley Quinn. There's a police trying to get Harley Quinn. There's fucking Sionist Black Mask guy trying to get Harley Quinn. And Miss Harley Quinn
trying to get Harley Quinn. She's trying to get the people who killed her family.
Oh yeah, who is Zaz?
Yeah, and all the others.
Fucking hell.
It's just it's trying to pack too much into an hour and 50 minutes, and it's not successful in doing it.
Anyway, let's just move on. The police station, they could have just shot her. She's fucking...
When she walks in with a beanbag gun.
She's knocking out police officers with a beanbag gun. Just shoot her.
Glitter bombs and
beanbags.
Yeah, it's nonsense. You are aware that I hate the character.
It's too gimmicky though. Like, Harley Quinn is a good character if you get her right. If you just do that kind of stuff, but in a way that she can actually kill people with a thing. Harley Quinn would never knock a police officer out. She'd knock him out and then stab him to death. I hate.
But she has a hyena.
Called Bruce over
And
that.
she has-
Named after that hunky Wayne boy.
But that sandwich was so shit looking. That's the main issue with the film. The sandwich.
Did you like it when sprinkles make cell doors open?
Oh, yeah.
Water sprinklers go off and then
I
all
like
the
it-
electronics in the
I
whole
like
police
it
station go off.
when you bash something, that's when the sprinklers come on, just for
Yeah.
the set piece. Oh, she's got a wet top now. Oh my. What's funny is the film was written and directed by women, right? And then they put in scenes for the male gaze, like her top
Getting all
through
wet.
in the sprinklers
Yeah.
and stuff. And then they wonder, right? I don't want to get into a whole thing, but if you know where I'm coming from.
I do. Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to say it outright, but written by a woman, directed by a woman, produced by Margot Robbie.
Sex sells though, doesn't it?
Evidently not, because it made no money.
I put here, she explains all of her comic book origin. Maybe they should have made a film about that and not this bullshit.
What they should have done is...
Because she does it so brilliantly. And you know that they rehearsed and researched all her key points in every adaptation of Harley Quinn and just stuck it into that little monologue. And they should have just made a film about that.
What they should have done is just get that little cool baseball bit,
Mm.
have Ewan McGregor and Zaz being batshit,
Yeah.
and then have just the final 20 minutes, and then we've got an half-hour TV show, and then we call it a day.
Yeah.
We don't need anything else. We don't need no Asian girl who swallowed a fucking diamond and can't shit.
What did you think about the whole Bertoloni family subplot.
It's a whole nother film. We didn't need it. It's nonsense.
After we talk about every point of this film, I'm going to pitch my idea to remake this film to you, and I'll let you see if it sounds any good. But let's carry on. There's a point in, like, Zaz finds out that a fucking Black Canary is fucking over Black Mask because she doesn't lock her phone.
Yeah. What is that all about? In the car.
Yeah.
And it's not like, it weren't even in a secure place in the car. It was just like a quarter in the fucking thing.
Teetering over the edge so he could go,
Yeah.
"Ooh, what's that say?"
And it's facing, she's put it in the wrong way. Like, it's facing him, not facing her.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so contrived. It's nonsense.
So the next bit of
He was a good character, though.
notes. Yeah, he is. And the next note I've got: Zaz is now dead in the DC universe without ever having interactions with other characters. Fuck this film.
It should be in a Batman film, man.
This last fight, it's just a bunch of men versus a bunch of women. In your face feminist bullshit.
Making up for the wet t-shirt scene.
Yeah.
I liked the final fight.
It's Black Mask with his bunch of goons that are all male versus Harley Quinn and her bunch of girls.
I feel like I need to talk script right now real quick. The film is called Birds of Prey, and they don't all meet up until an hour and 20 plus minutes into the film. So I don't understand the title of the film in relation to the narrative that's portrayed.
And don't worry, they do say the title of the film. Not the subtitle, but they do say Birds of Prey.
It should be called Harley Quinn and Other Assorted Women with Narrative Strands that somewhat
don't
tie
make
in
up.
eventually.
I put here, the Huntress relies on Harley Quinn calling her cool for the audience to know that she's a cool character. Because throughout the film, the Huntress is a lady on a motorbike who shoots a crossbow.
It's not a bow and arrow.
I hate this character. I hate everything about her, and she's got the worst backstory in the world. The Bertoloni family that's been killed by Zaz and a bunch of other men. Just take it out. Just take it out. Just take it out.
But then it could be called Birds of Prey. Because she wouldn't be in it, and then it'd just be an Harley Quinn film.
And throughout the film, a crossbow reloads like a fucking shotgun. Got the sound of a shotgun reloading.
The one thing I did like about her was just when they go down the slide and she jumps up and she's stabbing the man.
Yeah.
That's the only piece I enjoyed.
But that could have been anyone in the film.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I liked when they talked about her anger issues, but I don't understand why it came from Black Canary's mouth, because it seemed out of character for her to say.
Yeah, seeming as she's supposed to be like the emotional, moral,
The calm, cool-headed. The script is poor. The script is so poor. It's just a bad film, man.
Renee didn't die, did she?
No, she
Got
alive.
shot and didn't die. That's all my notes. Very anticlimactic ending.
I've not really spoken much for that, because you went on for a bit, didn't you?
I got.
So, there's all these people we're meant to care about, right? The birds of prey, quotation marks. But there's so little character development other than she quits the force because she's not very good at a job and assorted other things. The script just does nothing. It progresses no one anywhere. It's shit. This got made. It made not a lot of money, rightfully so, because it's garbage. And I've got nothing against women. They have breasts and such. But this is why women shouldn't make films.
Shall I picture my remake?
Go on, then. Go on.
Right, kind of the same film, but you replace Renee with Jim Gordon, right? And you replace a Huntress with either Nightwing or Batwoman. If you want to take it, yeah, we want females in this film, replace her with Batwoman, right? And then you can show that the female characters in the film are outsmarting Jim Gordon in every little trait, you know? Jim Gordon's trying to catch up to him, but he can't, showing that females are better than males. Because that's what the whole film is about, let's be honest. But do it in a way that's good. Jim Gordon's a better character than Miss Renee, fuck. And having Nightwing or Batwoman, the one that appears ever so often and is so close to catching him but then can't, it would have been a lot cooler. Everyone knows Nightwing or Batwoman a lot more than they know as Huntress. Don't call it Birds of Prey, call it Harley Quinn and the Bitches of Gotham. You know, it just gives the film wiggle room to fit into other DC films and connects them in a good way, building a stable kind of foundation for these films to interconnect. Because then you can have Batwoman or Nightwing in other Batman films, and can do what Marvel do and be like, oh, remember when we did that? And it can be relating to a Birds of Prey film. But we just rely too much on Harley Quinn.
I hate the character.
Should we do ratings?
Why didn't you just get Poison Ivy in it?
Because she's one of the big Birds of Prey characters, and I don't want to do that.
I didn't like it.
Well, come on, let's do rating because we've got a little bit more to get through.
Come on then.
How many pineapple rings out of 7 did you give this film?
2.
2. Originally, I'll go with my original one. I gave it 3 because it had potential, but it's on the bad side of the middle ground. But I want to call it 2, but I already put down 3 pineapple rings out of 7.
If it weren't for the art design and Ewan McGregor's OTT-ness,
And Zaz
being Zazzy,
Yeah.
bad film.
Bad film.
You made me watch this. I don't appreciate it.
I'm going to talk a little bit about the Harley Quinn animated TV show. The first episode is literally what this film should have been. It's her breaking up with the Joker, proving that she can go out on her own, getting Poison Ivy in with her, and then it's just good. The first episode of that animated TV show is what this film should have been. And everyone
23
should
minutes.
watch that instead of this garbage.
Garbage.
But anyway, let's talk the future of DC for a second.
The future of DC is you buying me cider and a takeaway to watch that TV show.
It is, yeah.
Because you know I hate the character
Yep.
so much. I hate the accent. I hate everything. I hate it.
Well,
Hate.
DC, is this going to impact the future of the DC films? I don't think it's ever going to be mentioned ever again. DC's got some few pushbacks due to Corona. Our boy Batman,
BT, yeah.
it's been pushed back another year, isn't it?
No bat nips for us.
What is it? Batman and Shazam have been the only ones being announced to be pushed back, because I think that's the only ones that was ever going to be released. I think is Wonder Woman still keeping the original release date, or is it pushing it back a few months?
I'm not sure if I'm being honest.
I think it is, because I think it was supposed to be coming out in July time, so it must be pushed back a few months. Wonder Woman, the first one was good. I'll watch the second one, but I'm not expecting
The first
much.
one was alright.
DC should just give up. I mean, Batman's going to be interesting.
When you're rebooting your universe after 6 years, you've done wrong.
Well, the last big DC film that got talked and hated about this much was
Justice League.
Yeah, that was the time for them to be right. Do we stop this and reboot it in a couple of years? Do you think Birds of Prey is now that time to be like,
Yeah.
should we reboot it?
Because they were trying to be Marvel with too little films. They had, 3, 4 films out by then?
Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
And Suicide Squad 2016, Justice League 2017.
Yeah, but Suicide Squad don't.
It's in the universe.
I guess, yeah.
And then boom, Avengers. They're Justice League,
They should stop, shouldn't they? I guess we'll have to see what Suicide Squad brings and the Batman brings. Otherwise, if they don't do good, it's time to hang up the old cloak.
Well, there's a few in the pipeline, I believe.
I know, but the Flash ain't going to be released because of Ezra Miller choking out some woman. Aquaman the Deep ain't going to be released because these other films aren't going to do good.
Wonder Woman, apparently August 14th, Wonder Woman. August 6th, 2021, Suicide Squad. October 1st, 2021 for The Batman. Black Adam, December 22nd, 2021.
I forgot about Black Adam.
The Flash, questionable, 2022. Shazam 2, 2022, and Aquaman 2, 2022. Right,
Dwayne Johnson
is arguably the biggest film star right now.
He is, no
And
question.
he's going to be in a DC film. He's been called a franchise saver before. Fast and Furious.
Yeah, but no one cares about Black Adam.
Oh, can we not do anything? We never do anything fun. We never do anything fun in this.
He's having a crisis.
The only fun I've ever had on this is Jackie Chan. And I'm not doing him anymore for a while so people don't get bored. If they do a thingy one, if they ever do a trench film, which I've heard that might be doing, because that was my favourite piece of Aquaman, I'm a Plastic Man fan.
Let's just move on, shall we? The Big Pineapple has been a whole burning pile of garbage. You rated it 2 pineapple rings out of 7. I rated it 3 pineapple rings out of 7. Summary.
You did give it more.
I did.
Positives than I.
I could see more potential.
If I was given a full 3 hours, I could rip that script apart.
Let's move on to our wrestling news. Because this is going to cheer us up. Vince McMahon's being sued.
He owes someone $20 million apparently because of the old XFL shit.
I hope he gets sued. Should we just fly through these?
Yeah, fuck it.
I hope Vince gets sued. He's a cunt. WWE employee... Well, he's a cunt because he's making WWE employees forced to work through this corona shit, even if they don't want to.
But WWE have put out a statement saying, we've not done any of this.
Oh, of course he would.
It's Vince.
I believe the little man, not the big man. No, I'm saying.
Swoggle.
Yeah.
Not Big Daddy V.
Gronk's return to the NFL wearing the 24/7 championship.
I'm hoping that the belt's defended during NFL games because that would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Because he's right. What I don't understand, I don't know if you're big into American football.
No, I'm not.
He retired, right, from American football.
Is he actually like return to do American football?
Yeah,
or was
he
he
like
just...
full on retired. So I don't understand how the Patriots, who he played for, get the trade from it because they're saying they traded him to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he was retired, so I don't understand it. Americans, man, it's confusing.
Who cares?
But hopefully, we get like some referee or someone wins it there. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe R-Truth runs out onto the pitch
Onto the pitch at half time or some shit.
Yeah.
It can't be during play, obviously, because
wearing an XFL top.
yes, he needs that advertising.
But yeah, next bit of wrestling news: Nia Jax botches again.
She's botched a bit of brief history up to this with the Ronda stuff that we talked about in the previous couple of weeks, with Nia calling her out and for her being a dangerous worker or whatever. When Nia Jax has botched and injured many people in the ring, and then subsequently botches with Kairi Sane on a buckle bomb, and I don't know if you've seen the video of her.
I have, yeah.
It looks nasty, man. And then she hasn't apologised for it, but she used it to call out Ronda again, which is just insane.
Injured many people, hasn't she?
Yeah, lots of people. She's only there because she's The Rock's cousin. She's a shit worker. She's the Harley Quinn of women's wrestling. No, Lacey Evans, no.
No, Nia Jax is.
Tamina.
What's Tamina? Whoa, that's weird. They're all shit, the women.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of good. There is a lot of good.
Bit of wrestling news. 2K21 has been officially cancelled. Thank God.
Yes, we had the speculation last week,
episode.
but now it's and today we're recording this. Not today. We're recording this on the Sunday.
Yep.
Tomorrow there's meant to be some kind of announcement from Vince regarding all of this. So we'll talk that on the next episode.
I think he might have got another dealership.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Who knows?
Or it might have just been like, it was a shit game. We're going to wait a year and create a good game.
Because it underperformed commercially and critically.
I think everyone knows, don't they? Just bad game. Glitches all around. Last bit of wrestling news. Jesus Christ. Velveteen Dream. Good wrestler.
A great wrestler.
Interesting character. NXT, one of NXT's top players.
At the moment, one of the premier players, yeah. Main event level in there. You what, sorry?
Shame he fucks kids, innit?
We don't fuck them. He just wants to. Possibly. We don't want any litigation. Or anything.
It's alleged that he's sent nudes, is it? To underage
sent nudes and stuff to underage
fans.
I don't want to go too much into detail in this until anything else comes out or what have you. But the sources that have relayed all this do seem factual and not based on rumour.
One thing that is going to be interesting is how quickly they get rid of him.
Yeah.
Because they've got to get rid of him because they got rid of Enzo when the rape allegations came out,
yeah.
and then it got proved that he didn't actually do it.
I know.
If they don't get rid of Velveteen Dream, Enzo's going to be all over Twitter anyway.
I mean, Enzo was a bit player anyway. Like Velveteen Dream's like main event NXT. Just a bit of a shady situation for him.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that later on, I guess.
Yeah.
In future episodes.
See if anything else crops up in that.
Well, let's get onto our awareness section, We're finding it hard folks to kind of grab hold of awareness sections and subjects to talk about, just because all the coronavirus and COVID-19 kind of campaigns and news and all that. One thing I just want to mention is the Macmillan are doing a 24-hour gaming stream charity thing. I don't know much about it, but I know a dear friend of mine, well, two dear friends of mine. One was the female that did the run. She did a 24-hour gaming stream with my other friend to raise money for Macmillan Cancer Charity thingamajiggy. So yeah, that's just a cool little thing that many gamers are doing. Do you have one, Mr. Pineapple?
I'm a big fan of stuntmen, etc. As you know, stunts in films and stuff. And there's a like a sort of stunt school in northern France called Campus Univers Cascades, and they've done a sort of stunt video in all of this, like through just, you know, it's just them and the thing and stuff. It's like 2.5 minutes long,
Right.
and it's gone viral and stuff, and one person does something on screen and then another person reacts on their phone and stuff, and like, you'll have to watch it. It's just fun to see people showing off their talents in ways that they sort of have to now.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'll post a link to this video on the page, the group page, and it's quite funny, to quite slapsticky, and you know, as Tony the Pony as just said, we are struggling to sort of find things. So if anybody who's a listener or whatever knows any kind of cause or anything that's happening, if they want to send that to us,
Yeah, definitely.
we could talk about that, or what have you, or
Bring awareness to it.
yeah.
Same with episode ideas, I guess. We kind of have to.
Plus, we had our schedule like sort of down to a T.
Yeah.
Like, we knew what was happening, and then this happened, so we sort of.
It's all jumbled.
We're not scrambling for ideas as such.
Yeah, it's just kind of what kind of content you guys would like to.
Yeah,
listen
what would you
to.
like? What would you like more of? What would you like less of?
Yeah.
I know there's been talks of in terms of length of episodes, but we'd always planned on having quite a longish thing, but segmenting.
Yeah,
You
we
can,
we just like to put out content that every kind of group could listen to, pick and choose. We're not expecting people to sit down and listen to 2 hours at a time.
yeah. If you have any sort of criticisms or, you know, positives or anything that you'd like to send us,
Just more in audience interaction, because all we've got at the moment is fuck you Seaton, and we need more fuck you Richards or fuck you Richards, you know?
fuck you, Richards.
Fuck you Richard.
Big shout out to Richard there, top
He's a
lad.
good lad, eh?
He bought me the Starship Troopers animated cartoon on DVD for my birthday, and I've
Well-
still not seen it yet, Richard. Sorry for that, because I haven't
Well,
had time.
Let's do a few shout outs to our listeners. You know, Judge Fudge's mother, Mrs. Fudge, it's her birthday today, so big shout out to Mrs. Fudge. Happy
Big shout
birthday.
out to Mrs. Fudge there. She's a woman.
Yep.
Another shout out for my boy Flipper. 6 days ago, it was a whole year since we've had him in our life.
Oh.
You know, we bought him some toys. You know, he likes toys. We bought him a pool, right? Because he loves going in puddles and shit when we go on walks up the pit and stuff.
Yeah.
Won't go fucking near the pool.
Bastard.
Like, he loves a bath. He loves getting in the bath. He loves puddles, but he won't get in the thing that we've bought him.
To
Specifically.
recreate that.
Yeah.
It's because he knows it's a simulation, man.
Yeah.
He knows it's not a real thing.
That's not a puddle.
It's like, what are you trying to do? Stop trying to please me.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Flipper. Cat Flipper
know-
Labrador.
They know what they want, and you're just not giving it to them.
No.
Next episode is going to be about Guns Akimbo with
Yes,
Daniel
the
Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe film.
That should be a fun one.
And an episode
Guess-
after that is, I don't know if you want to mention that now, get people
Oh, no.
pumped.
All shall we?
Is she confirmed?
Oh, she is. The episode after Guns Akimbo, to follow on with the Daniel Radcliffe theme, is a Harry Potter episode featuring Judge Fudge, as it is Judge Fudge's favourite franchise ever to be seen on any platform ever. We will be talking our favourite films from the Harry Potter franchise. And I hope we've got different films. I hope we have. I know I have.
It's my least favourite film series.
So it should be a good
put
episode.
that in there.
A lot of shouting. Another happy episode. Shall we do the social meds?
I feel like we should.
Well, you can find us on Twitter at Wonder Hour, Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And that's all from us, folks. Stay fresh, you motherfuckers.
Stay fresh, my pine people.
Yeah.
You boy,
Charles Dance.
boy, fuck you, see ya.
Fuck you, scene.
Take a ride on its own little pony. Let's take a ride on its own little pony. Let's take a ride on its own little pony with Mr. Pineapple. Oh yeah, it's Mr. Pineapple's Wonder Hour.
I'm gonna have to tinkle real quick, bro.
Okay. Go for it. Shall I keep it recording?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. You best be quick then. Tinkle winkle, dinkle doo, tinkle winkle, on my poo. Everybody loves to tinkle winkle, everybody loves to tinkle too. Everybody loves to tinkle winkle on my little piece of poo.